Jimmy Page may have recorded a guitar solo for Immigrant Song that was so innovative and so wild that it would have blown everyone's mind, but it was allegedly wiped out before it could ever be released, and some say that the band's manager, Peter Grant, did it because he had a grudge against Jimmy Page. Could this be true? Well, let's dive in. The rumor that I heard is Peter Grant snuck into the studio after Jimmy Page laid down one of his most brilliant guitar solos in history and wiped it off the face of the earth because Jimmy Page was having an affair with Peter Grant's wife. That's the myth. Now let's dig a little bit deeper and see if we can figure out whether or not it's true. There are a couple of reasons to think that it might have happened. One is that Jimmy Page is a master soloist and Immigrant Song is the lead off track. So you might expect there to be a very electrifying solo. Number two, Jimmy Page played a guitar solo in Immigrant Song in live setting. And number three is that Peter Grant is very well known for being able to square accounts and get revenge on people. And this would be a good way to get revenge against Jimmy Page without actually doing anything to harm his overall livelihood or destroy the band or anything like that. It would just be a good way to needle him. There's almost a poetic sense to it that makes it seem true. Now, here are some reasons why it may not be true. Number one, there are no credible accounts from insiders to confirm it. In other words, as far as I know, it's not part of any research or book. Number two, Jimmy Page and Peter Grant are both the subject of innumerable myths and rumors. You couldn't even start to count them if you tried. And number three is that there are so many exaggerations around Led Zeppelin that if the track had been lost through technical accident, which happened on a couple of other incidents with Zeppelin in the studio, that it could have blown up into a myth. But even without a solo, Page's riff work and his arrangement made Immigrant Song feel like a classic, and it became a classic, and he had an uncanny ability to work with whatever was given to him. And in fact, Page is known for doing strange things like putting the song Houses of the Holy on the album Physical Graffiti rather than putting it on the album Houses of the Holy, things like this, just to shake things up. And yet the question lingers, could there really have been a legendary and lost guitar solo? What do you think? I'd actually like to believe that it's true. It makes the song feel even more mythical. And the solo that I imagine goes on the end now is probably more interesting than anything that Page could have actually done. But I leave it up to you. Let me know in the comments down below whether or not you believe there was a solo that is now missing from the song, and whether or not you believe that Immigrant Song would be better if it did have a powerful solo. Meanwhile, stay tuned to the channel so that you can get into more rock stories like this and classic rock myth. Check out all of my related videos, Led Zeppelin content in the description box, and don't forget to leave your own thoughts down there in the comment section because it's you guys that make this channel.
Music Guru here, asking you to help us on our march to 10,000 subscribers.